So, guys, I think we need to fashion up some sort of like match of the day intro song or something. We're back for match day 2 of the Sorare Data Community World League. We've got Dazzer back on with us. We've got special guests joining us, Trip and B in the house as well, to go through all the comings and goings, all the hustle and bustle through match day 2. Who was the big scalps? Who was the big winners, man of the matches, high scorers and divisions, as well as any of the other rumours and gossip that might be flying around. Dazzer, great to see you, Trip, and thanks for joining me.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, Quinny.
Honored to be here, fellas. Thanks for the invite.
Absolute pleasure. Trip and B, the super sub in at the last minute, filling in from Bob. So thanks again, Trip, and great to have you back on. And match day 2, I feel that a lot of people were geared up towards this, maybe a wee bit more than match day 1 after some of the results came in. And I feel like I know people that went out and bought limiteds, for example, to make sure that their team was a little bit better for this, Coming into match day 2, I'll kind of start with you, Tripping. Coming into match day 2, were you optimistic? Were you hyped on more from game week 1? How did you approach the game week?
Yeah, I was optimistic because I lost game week 1, and I wasn't. I lost to Bartholomew, who's got the gallery for sale label on his squad. So that's never fun. Obviously, losing to someone who's trying to get out of the game, but I don't think he actually is. Who knows? But this week I had a little bit what I would say an expect to win matchup. I was playing Dunny 5. Don't know you, Dunny, but he's a very limited. He's focused on limiteds. Has a I just for better or for worse, I have a much pricier gallery than he. So you expect to win. You expect to be a favorite at that point. He does have some nice limited cards, but it was close. I had to have a Sunday comeback, and I needed a sub in. I needed one of my subs to come in for a 0 to give me the victory.
Nice. It's good to see that bench coming into action. What about you, Dazzer? How'd you go on this week?
Yeah, I got smashed to pieces again, this time by DB Sports. So that's 100% record for me. I'm bottom of Division 1. I think maybe the only person helping me out is Bob, but I think he's lost both as well. So we're doing well. We're just letting people win. Obviously, we're not going to call them results because we're not 100% sure, but we'll. Some people are telling me the subs come in straight away once the player's not played. Other people thinking they've not been added yet. So we're not sure, but we're pretty confident that McBride's won again. So,
according to Andrew Laird, the subs come in as they close the game week. They don't come in straight away. So
okay, so that would obviously change a few scores that. I asked the admins or some of the people in the groups to send quite a late screenshot through. We got quite a few Tuesday morning. But obviously, those scores are not going to be final results. But you'd probably think that most people who are leading at that point are going to go on to take a win. You don't know, but so yeah, we've tried our best to note down the high scores of this game week, and we'll run through them. Division by division, see if there's any new names. I think one in Division 8. I think Mike. I want to say Tarbert. Apologies if I said that wrong, but he sent a little message today asking when the recording was, and then I realised that he's bagged one of the highest scores of the week, so he wants a mention basically. So yeah, Division 8 had 3 people over 800 points this week, which is quite impressive. Mike was the highest, 823. Doyle Master was 802, and Blue Tiger was 811. So yeah, very high scoring Division 8 this week. Getting a mention.
Division 8 definitely sounds like a bloodbath for sure.
Yeah,
Doyle Meister in there.
Yeah, I think, like I say, I think someone mentioned it last week. The divisions weren't put together on gallery size; they were just literally put together on who signed up in what order. So
I like that,
maybe say again.
Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat, but I did say I like that, but you're coming up against people of all shapes and sizes, and that's part of the fun, I think.
Yeah, well, I think we've seen that the limiteds just make a massive difference. It doesn't matter what size your gallery is. If you've got good limited cards, then you're in the game, and everyone's enjoying it. I think, like I say, the only problem is everyone wants the league table now, and that's out of our hands. So yeah, but like I say, the guys at Sorare Data have got other things on at the minute. We'll just carry on playing as we are and see what happens from there. But
let's just put it this way: I have much more faith in the Sorare Data team to get our league tables up and running than if we were counting on the Sorare team to get our league tables up and running. So There you go. That's where my confidence lies.
I say they stuck to their limited game week 294 promise, and it was ready to go. So like I say they'll fix it at some point, because I put a message out to all the groups that it's obviously not just affecting what we're doing; it's affecting every private league. So yeah, it's not just the World League as such. Anyone that's got a private league going probably can't get their league table. So yeah, they'll fix it at some point. Right, Quinny, do you want me to run through division by division, top scorer? Gives people a mention.
Sure. Let's hear the high rollers, the heavy hitters.
So I'll go from what I have. Like I say, apologies if someone knows they got more, but this is what so McBride, quite a poor score of 796. He couldn't even get over 800 this week. Division 2, we had J4 M3 5S 720. Again, that could be a complete
James
wrong.
S.
Div 3, Simply Alex 719. Div 4, I want to say highest score of the week was Alex Harry 858. Div 5 all the way in Australia was, I want to say, Doge Sports 826. He's got a massive gallery. Gator Guy, I think his second win. I think he won last week. 762. Sorare Australia in Division 7, 776. Could be higher. Div 8 was the highest scoring division. Blue Tiger, Doyle Master and Mike all over 800. Sean O'Neill in Division 9. Sorare Sykes in Div 10. Plast in Division 11. Could be higher than what I've got. Wakey Academy, Div 12. Great result for him, playing against a whale. I'm not sure I should say that, but yeah, small guy nicking a win over a big guy. Bob's friend Thaddeus Maximus 766. Team Riola 813. That could be higher. That was quite an early screenshot that came in. And then Surrey Greece in Division 15 780. So a real mix of scores. But like I say, until we actually get tables and stuff and scores added, we're just reviewing, not confirming anything.
It's kind of good, but because it helps us keep in that real football cliche that you hear every manager say, that we're just taking it one game at a time. We don't look at the league table. You know, it doesn't matter where we are.
Right.
We just look at next week's opposition, and we
maybe
take
that's
that
what they're doing.
points.
Maybe they're waiting till they're 4 games in and they'll produce a league table. So who knows? But like I say, different names this week at the top of the table, apart from probably McBride and Gator Guy. Maybe Alex Harry as well. But yeah, it's all good.
I have a feeling McBride's going to be up at the top most weeks, just based on his results in the game itself.
I'm in his division, and I'm not looking forward to playing him, basically. So I'll try and find who he's got this week while you have a chat. Let's have a little look.
And another thing that came up from last week, of course, is we were chatting about some of the drama. I think it was in Division 5 or something like that with John.
4, yeah. No blockings this week.
No blockings this week.
No blockings. No abuse. Like I say, an increase on numbers. So 746 to 746, 146 to 148 this week. Only people that didn't play were So Legendary, but he sold his gallery. And Mr. Watt again.
Tony's not turned up 2 weeks in a row.
So he's obviously leaving it late to make a comeback.
So I give us all a chance.
Yeah, so Swiss Mafia, who I'm not sure about looking what division they're in, was planning to sell his galleries. He didn't play week 1, but he put a team in this week. So that was 1. And somebody else was on holiday and they played this week as well. So, yeah, increased numbers. Maybe we'll get 149 next week with Tony, and we'll class it as a full house. So McBride in Division 1, I can see him. He's playing DB Sports. You never know. That could be a derby or a heated battle for maybe previous, who knows what. But there we go.
Trades and Twitter banter and whatever. Well, DB Sports beat you, as you were saying, and he's got a very sizable account. You know, if you look at his roster of players, he definitely doesn't get any substandard guys, let's say, you know. So a very formidable opponent for the Scottish whale, McBride. So
it could be a
fun one to look back on.
Yeah, it could be the hardest game that McBride comes up against. But there's some other guys in this division that are putting up high scores. You never know. Who knows what's going to happen each week. but yeah, that's that. And then I also, just for fun, picked out some managers. So we do a bit of a focus now each week on a Friday. I'll pick one manager for each division, see how they're getting on. That was on Twitter, the 15 names. I did ask for a sort of a response on how they were. So we had Lego. He didn't want to comment on his performance. I assume it was terrible. Sorare Bear, he said no comment as well. Again, he must have lost. I think I made him one of the division favourites because he has got a massive amount of cards to pick from. Sorare Leeds blamed the typhoon in Japan. Sorare Irish said he got smashed by Koreans.
We knew about that typhoon. We knew about that typhoon 24 hours before lock. That's no excuse. Sorry.
I didn't.
There you go.
I didn't. I had a team wiped out by that. I only played 2 Japanese players, and both of them get DNP'd on the news of that. So I am also miffed at this Japanese weather situation that we had. It didn't do me in the community league, thankfully, but
who else? Wakey Academy, again, like I say, did very well against a bigger gallery. He reminded me several times by the looks of it. Heydinho got annihilated by Alex Harry were his comments. Cortman said he had his bad team selection. And Bartholomew, who won last week, he lost to Deco, our friend who got mentioned last week from
Deco, of course.
Ireland, not Portugal or Brazil. But yeah, so a real mix of things that are going on. Like I say, it was a tougher week. I think you're right. Maybe more people took it seriously, put out stronger lineups rather than just picking anybody that wanted to go. It'd be good to sort of compare the results from one week to the next, see if they increase. But I'd probably say the amount of people past a high 750 was higher this week than last week.
Yeah. Well, I definitely noticed that in my division. Like my division this week was actually slightly less high scoring than the week before, if that's the right way of saying it.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of having a wee look over the results. Hoodwinks picked up a loss. Mark Patrick Rare, Red Bull Govan, they've lost 2 games on the spin now. And then who I thought might have been my big competitor, I think it was your tip for the division, Reedy, got a loss this week as well.
I think he's lost 2. See, I'm good at this. My 0 effort in predictions. Yeah, I did it the wrong way round. But yeah, so it's all competitive. Let's just keep us going and get everyone to get through the 9 games, and then we'll see what happens for World League 2. But yeah, there's plenty of options. I sort of mentioned to Bob, would it, it's a long way away and might not ever happen, but it seems to be enjoyable. But would you go regional around the world? Would there be 3 divisions in North America, Europe, rather than having division 15? How long are you going to get promoted to Division 1? That sort of thing.
If we did regions, we could have some sort of like Champions League World Cup type of thing.
Yeah.
The top 4 from Division 1 America, Europe, blah, 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 and we could have like some sort of fancy cup or something. That'd be good. I like that.
That's the thing. I think this is just get a community. The take-up was there. And like I say, we said last week, so many more people could have been involved. But the structure of it, if anyone's got any ideas or want to chuck them this way, then there's no real reason why. Did I see another Mexican team cards get released this week? And
Tigres.
I had a lad from, I'm going to say, Ecuadorian team, Alexander Alvarado. He scored me 100 this week. I think Peru or Ecuador. But yeah, there must be more people that are playing the game from all these parts of the world. So I saw somewhere from Sorare, Colombia followed me this week. So yeah, if you had a North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia sort of divisions, the promotion is more realistic from, say, Division 4 to Division 1. But who knows? We'll just keep going with it and see what happens over the weeks ahead. But I'm more than happy to talk to anyone, and if they want to chuck me some ideas. So, yeah.
Dazzer's door's always open.
Yeah.
What are you tripping coming into this weekend? Are you? Oh, sorry, you go. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I really like the fact, the way you set it up, of just like kind of sticking guys in first come first served into divisions as it is now. I really like that because it gives us a chance to sort of have some randomization, which I think adds to the fun of it a little bit early on. But then we also like find our level, and teams will kind of rise and fall and get to their appropriate place after a few iterations of the league. So that tells story. That's all, that adds to the story concept of it, which, it's all about. I love stories. I tell stories for a living, and I can't wait to see which chapters get written week by week here, and hopefully whether it's progress or promotion or relegation for me. I see, so you mentioned Gator Guy with 2 wins. He's in a lower division than me, but his and I galleries will probably be very competitive. So looking forward to the day we someday meet now, because he's a friend of mine off, from Discord chats and things like that. So very interesting setup, and I think the stories that will be told are going to be epic. Just as soon as we can get these league tables and results sorted out on the data side,
then we can start properly slinging mud at each other.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
That's the thing. I was like, there's obviously a talk, World League FA Cup. That's knockout, things like that, but that might be a bit more difficult to organise because obviously it's not an option on the website. But then this hasn't been that difficult to organise, really. Like I say, the admins have been brilliant. If they miss a message, someone in the group can take a picture and send it to me. So yeah, we're just starting off, really. But like I say, as soon as we can get a league table, everyone will be more than happy with it, because the abuse can then really start.
And then I was going to say earlier, coming into this week, Trippin, who's your opponent? How are you feeling coming into the weekend? Optimistic?
For next week's for round 3? For round 3, let me just call it up here real briefly, and I'll do some scouting. It looks like for round 3, I've got Simply Alex. Wow, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. I've actually just recently sort of chatted a lot more at Simply. He and I are in a couple Discord server now that we share, so I've had good chats with him, and yeah, he's got a good deck. Look forward to facing him. Again, it's a smaller deck than mine on ETH valuation, but he probably has some good limiteds that are going to make it really competitive. So we'll see. I'm also worried about one thing with my long-term prospects in the league is my gallery is very heavily America focused. I'm not dead on European leagues and cards and players, but my strengths are in America, and I've been saving up some ETH. I probably need to make a few more sales, but I need to shore up the European side of my gallery. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for the drop here in the World League in the coming months for sure. So we'll see.
Simple Alex will definitely give you a tough game.
Yeah.
The limited whale that he became.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at it right now. It looks like he's probably going to throw Joe Hart out at me in goal, maybe Donnarumma. I'm looking at a lot of Celtic cards here that are going to be tough to beat. So
He'll be playing a lot.
Very interesting. Should be fun.
I definitely will.
Quinny, who you got?
I am against Penguins in Paradise this game week, or I think we've been affectionately calling him Pip in the group chat.
Yeah.
And he fancies himself a bit of a minnow, but he picked up a good result last week, I'm pretty sure. He beat somebody I think he actually beat Reedy. MPen 10 beat him, I think, on the bench in the end. But hopefully, I lost it against Morts last week, so I'm looking to get on to 6 points and trying to keep a good position in the table for when the tables are revealed. But like I said earlier, that's the mantra at my club anyways. We don't look at league tables. Just take it one game at a time. Focus on Simply Alex, Trippin, take him down,
That's all we're focused on right now. Just, we need Celtic killers for sure.
Just a mention for Bob. He sent me the start of the prize pool. 4 very good-looking cards in there, shall we say.
Nice.
But like I say, if anyone wants to chuck in a reward, feel free to put a limited in. We obviously talked about the reward side of things when there were going to be 5 divisions, not 15, and Bob said he'd put his hand in his pocket and buy some decent ones. But 5 divisions is a bit different to 15 divisions, so when you're buying a card. So I've got 4 rubbish ones to throw in, so look out for them. But yeah,
I can throw a few rubbish ones in for sure if you need me.
So it's not about winning the cards, though. Remember, it's all about taking part and all that rubbish. But he's shown me 4 cards, and there'll be whoever wins them will be more than happy. So, but yeah, you never know as well with the amount of leagues and teams that have been released this week. people might have a few backup players coming in. Maybe we might see a Stephen Bergwijn turn up at some point.
Ooh, we might.
I'll be watching that one. I won't be bidding on it. It's too expensive for me. But yeah, with the Norway, Denmark teams, Mexico,
Rosenborg from
Belgium.
Norway, yeah.
Yeah, so there could be a few more players arriving and could strengthen up a few teams, especially the guys that say the smaller galleries.
For sure.
I'll maybe even be able to run up my Matthias Kuna super rare that I bought. Matchday 3, we'll chuck out some fixtures and stuff. I'll get the admins to send in the screenshots of what's coming. We'll pick 15 new managers to follow them over the weekend and see how they get on. The ones I picked last week seem to all have got hammered, so maybe I've cursed people with that already. But yeah, no, as long as people keep playing and they're not sitting there desperate for the league tables, because I am desperate for a league table. But there's nothing we can do at the end of the day. So, and we'll just keep playing the game and see what comes of it. But yeah, as long as everyone's sort of happy and, is enjoying it. That was the main reason we sort of set it up, just something different.
That's it. All about the fun.
Correct.
Magic. Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Trippin, super sub that you are. Thanks a lot for joining us, my man. We couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you, guys. I love talking So Rare. Like I'm one of those guys that goes back and forth. Like sometimes I hate So Rare, and sometimes I just can't get away from it. But it is my number one hobby. It has become that easily over the last year and a half or so. So I love talking with, sharing ideas with people who really know the game and get it like you guys. So this is a treat for me. I'll come back anytime and hopefully have some trash to talk on Simply Alex after the game week. You never know.
I was going to say, as soon as them league tables arrive, the whole dynamic of this will change, basically.
Big time.
Yeah. So no pressure, Sorare data, but get the league table sorted out.
Dazzer, good luck to you this game week as well, my man.
Thanks, mate. I'm probably going to lose, but there we go.
Take care. Good luck to everyone at home, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah.